So I know it may be hard to believe, but the multi-trillion-dollar business that Amazon is used to be a bookstore? Yeah, they actually used to sell books. Like, for nerds? And today, I really want to get back to those roots. You know, the thing that made Amazon so great. And to be more frank, I want to see how many books on Amazon are completely AI generated. Let's take a look! Now, the first thing to do is go to books.amazon.com. As we can see, Amazon still recognizes their roots a little bit. We've got a dedicated books page with the word books here, but I think where we might find a gold mine is if there's some page where we can just see new books, just anything new that's been released. And it looks like I might have that right here. Okay, these are the hot new releases. So we're gonna find some actually good books in here, I guess. Yeah, like the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Party Pooper, of course. What It Is America, with a foreword by President Donald J. Trump. Here's the problem. You can sort by price low to high or high to low, but you can't sort by customer reviews low to high. It assumes I want the good books. Of course not. I want the bad books. What if I just look up book? Oh shoot, I may have just found a lead. So I just found this ebook, Spanish edition, called Libertarados. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know what's going on here, but all that I care about is this book that's for some reason sponsored underneath it, called AI for Handicapping and Horse Racing. What does that mean? Well, you know, stop the timer because we made it to an AI-generated book cover. The circuit board is looking a little funky here. Maybe it just got melted, I don't know. So this may be a very niche topic, of course, for a book, but I do think it's truly revolutionary. This book is not for novices. This is for the serious player. And I think this book reveals something that's gonna be really critical for our journey here. It does not have a publisher. The self-published books are really, I think, gonna be the cream of the crop. You don't have to go through the system. You know, the publishers. You write your truth, okay? You speak your truth and you put it out there. Breaking news! While I'm editing this video, I'm making some crazy discoveries. So apparently with any of these books, if you select a physical buying option, you can read a sample of the text. Already I see an M dash. Following that M dash, I see the rule of 3 that ChatGPT loves. Blank, blank, and blank. And then the very next sentence, we learn to blank, blank, blank. You are the strategist, the blank, and the blank. And then you come down to this section with these headers and then bullet points. Like, who writes like this? This looks like just straight up ChatGPT output. Anyways, let's see what else Don Beavers has to offer. This is him. Reverse image search that. Find his LinkedIn maybe. Here we are. Don Beavers, baby. It's a crazy profile picture. I'm sorry. It's a crazy profile picture. Don is known for his burning desire to solve the unsolvable, including the age-old question of how we can leverage ChatGPT to help us with our horse racing and handicapping. Don Beavers is not just an author. He is a Renaissance man whose diverse talents and experiences converge to create spellbinding tales. Okay, this is ChatGPT written. It has to be. What are you talking about, spellbinding tales? He hasn't written a novel. He's writing books about AI. Yeah, like his musical talents further enrich his storytelling, imbuing his narratives with rhythm. You may think you know how to write, but you ain't got rhythm. Don Beavers' books have rhythm and symphonic quality that enchants and enthralls. Are you guys ready to get enchanted by everyday bushcrafter? Are you guys ready to get enthralled by this guy's fingers poking through a stick? Okay, my fault. He did write a fictional novel. Here it is. Cages and Revolution. Ew, bro. Ew. Why does this look like Lara Croft in a bird cage with like her skin peeling off? Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, wait, hold on. Forget Don Beavers, the complete low back pain toolkit. Why is the text pixelated? This cover is so low quality. Okay, but it was written by Jeffrey J. Rao, MD, so I mean, surely he knows what he's talking about. The complete low back pain toolkit, a practical guide to finding your unique solution, copyright symbol. Now, most customers, they want to bundle these two books together. Okay, you don't just have low back pain, but you also have neck pain. So, of course, naturally, you're going to also want the complete neck pain toolkit. You know, you ever just wake up in the morning one day and your neck feels like like lightning is coming out of it? Oh, and this one's not even self-published. It's published by the Row Publishing Company. So it's self-published. If we dig into the complete neck pain toolkit a little bit, we just get some more really thought-provoking images. This one in particular really speaks to me. This is number 371 in chronic pain. Okay, I mean, I guess it's possible that there's useful information in here. I mean, the cover's not selling me on it, but nope, you know what? Nope, I take it back. He has a book called Stryker and Cruz, The Haunted Carnival Mystery. So, you know, he may be a doctor, but he's got, you know, he's got some whimsy in him, and it's just this is the worst AI. He was so embarrassed by his own book cover that he forgot to put his name at the bottom. Blah, 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 blah. Discover the magic, mystery, and mayhem. Not an M dash. It should be an M dash, but it's a hyphen. That's good news because that means it's probably not ChatGPT. It's definitely written by AI. You know how I know? Disclaimer, this book was created with the assistance of AI.
To support the creative writing process.
Wow, this book is AI? I never would have noticed. 185 stars. What is this book? You've got to be joking. You got to be kidding. I mean, it's not, okay, it's not AI. Well, maybe it is. What is going on in the back? There's a dog that's like, I'm shoveling a hole. I have no idea. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Oh, it's a whole series. The perfect series. Because look, here's Perfect Haunting. I can't do it. What is this cover? It's a cat picture superimposed over maybe like an AI generated background here. And then just a superimposed dude with a hockey stick, like stock photo. A delightfully spooky and laugh out loud cozy. Wait, what? It's such a weird collection of adjectives. You guys ever just so cozy that it makes you just start uncontrollably laughing? And it just never ends. It just never ends. There's so many. Perfect Heat. You gotta stop. Nick Saint. I'm sorry. What? Here's T. Haunting. This author has done it again. What a great story, and involves not only the main characters, but many others we have known, plus a couple of new ones. Can imagine a group of cats creating a story that's such a hilarious plot. I always stories of Max and the gang. It just keeps getting better and better. I love the laugh out loud humor and such heat-warming dialogue, so very sweet. The ghost didn't stand a chance. Max's human is hired by a brother and sister to help them with a little ghost problem, and what happens next, the fur starts flying. This book can't be real. Nobody buying this book can be real. If this book has 289 reviews, that means at least 289 people bought it, and I don't want to believe that that's possible. This guy's bio is that he wandered the globe working as a massage therapist in Mexico, a gardener in Italy, a restaurant manager in India, and a language teacher in Belgium, and now a self-published author on Amazon. I mean, what can I say? Hats off to you, Nick Saint. You've lived quite a life. By the way, while most of those covers I showed were like primarily bad photoshopping skills, here's some other books of his that I found which are just straight up AI generated covers. Let me know if you see any problems with this image. This girl's hand is just a little deformed, but who am I to judge? I mean, maybe that was just the way she was born. And I love how every single one of these covers is like the same image, but he was like, just change the background a little bit, please. Dude, is this a whole genre? I'm going down a rabbit hole. AI generate a book cover with a cat on it in the front and make money. That's just a floating tree, and this cat arm looks like it's broken in half. Anyways, get back to the video. Time Path. Nature abhors a paradox. What? When Greg learns that his romantic interest, Anne, is actually his 6th great-granddaughter and is susceptible to breast cancer, he joins an experimental time travel project based on the twisted string theory of time. Run that by me one more time. Greg learns that his romantic interest is his great-granddaughter and is susceptible to breast cancer. As most people with breasts are, I think. Y'all ever just accidentally start dating your 6th great-granddaughter and she gets breast cancer, so you travel through time? I don't know what to say about that. Let's read the reviews. Maybe it's good. Susan Wood says, book. Loved Time Path. Quite enjoyable and entertaining. I've always loved the idea of time travel. Easy read when some books on this subject can be confusing. This one was not. You know, time travel can get pretty crazy, but this book about, you know, him dating his great-granddaughter and she gets breast cancer, it was an easy read and it wasn't confusing. It was a very straightforward explanation of time travel. What else does Sandlin have to offer me? The Enchanted Journal, Pony Express. What is this? This is like a 3D rendered scene. I gotta reverse image search. Whoa, 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 whoa. I found him. I found his blog. Recent posts. The Red-Haired Distraction is now available on Amazon. Let's freaking go. Oh, guys, I don't know about this book cover. That gun looks a little weird. And so does her hand, and her arm, and her face, and her hair. This book has been a labor of love, written through countless early mornings, coffee-fueled revisions, and dusty hours, and prompt engineering sessions, you know? You think an AI image this good comes easy? No, you gotta work for it. Dude, you can't be writing your blog post with ChatGPT. Please don't tell me. This emoji and then header, that just looks so ChatGPT. Another huge discovery. Sandlin has a second blog. I don't know why. It's just a different blog, but there's a very important piece of content on this blog that we almost would have overlooked. For this book, he includes a video of one of the scenes from the book. I don't know how that works because it's a book, it's not a movie, but I guess if he ever wants to take this script to a filmmaker someday, he's got this to show them. So this is the rescue scene. So I'm guessing she's in danger. As you can see, she's drowning on her horse. Now, and that's it, actually. Copyright Gordon Buck. I don't know where he was getting these like old school looking 3D rendered book covers before, but that's way better than what you got now. And after some digging, I finally found the answer. It was created by somebody on Fiverr. This person's Fiverr account might be a whole nother rabbit hole, but clearly he said, gone are the days of art. Bro's even got the policy page AI generated. Who's putting emojis in their privacy policy? So Time Path was his first novel here, and I'm just reading the blog post about it. As an avid reader, I always wanted to write novels and had made various unsuccessful attempts over the years. Finally, I realized that at nearly age 24 degrees Celsius. What? How does that mistake happen? Also, he talks about being 24. If this is him, you're not 24. Why is there just an empty white square on the back of the cover? What's going on? It's just like there's people that they just shouldn't write books, okay? I'm a firm believer that anybody can do anything if they put their mind to it. If you don't put your mind to it, you just shouldn't do it, though. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. Brad and Judy's hot summer break in Key West, Florida. And I was about to compliment how like, oh, this is actually just a real picture of like a street, you know? And it's not. It's not. Like, it can't be that hard to pay for, or God forbid, take your own photo of just a street. If your book cover is gonna be that boring, I might as well at least use a real picture. Set in real places with real history. This novel is also a love letter to one of America's most iconic destinations. Kind of like this southernmost Point Bowie, you AI generated into a street. Just a love letter to your favorite places, right? This story will whisk you away on a sun-drenched journey. If I crack open this book, is it just all AI generated? Like, I want to believe that these people are at least actually trying to write a book themselves, but at this point, if the cover's AI generated, the description on Amazon looks AI generated, is the book even any of your own writing or not? I think literally some people might think like, hey, if ChatGPT can just like write me a book nowadays, this is like just an easy side hustle. Oh, no reviews. Oh, Brad. Okay, I did it. I signed up for an Audible free trial. We get to hear the book now.
Brad and Judy's hot summer break in Key West, Florida.
I don't know if I can do it. Brad and Judy's hot summer break in Key West, Florida.
Chapter 1. The Road to Paradise. Judy knocked on Brad's door at precisely 7:01 a.m., balancing a tray with 2 steaming cups of coffee in one hand.
She knocked on the door at precisely 7:01 a.m. That could be relevant. It just doesn't seem like something that you normally would write into a story. Oh, thank God. 3.5 times speed.
Exactly 1 minute. She pushing past him into his apartment. And I bring caffeinated peace offerings, so you're not allowed to complain. They carried a piece of Key West with them, in photographs and memories, certainly, but more importantly, in the transformative love they had discovered beneath the island sun. This was narrated with a voice replica. Audible hopes you have enjoyed this program.
That was awesome. Yeah, it's probably just AI generated book. Let's see what else Brad has to offer. Amish gardening and cooking. Let's see. Wow, look at that pitchfork. Whoa, this book he wrote with other authors? He co-wrote it with a New York Times bestseller in 2015. Oh no, did this guy fall off? What is this? Dr. Jan Paul. Never turn your back on an Angus cow. Oh my. Fart book for kids ages 5 to 10. What did my body just do? A hilarious, clean, and educational book full of fart facts, jokes, stories, and activities. I could barely read that cover of that. This can't be the same guy. It can't be the same guy. Yeshua of Nazareth? These all are the same Brad Smith, except the one that was like an actual book. This is too bad for this Bradford Smith for sharing the name of the other guy. Dude, what is up with this fart book? This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And an actual person narrated this. It's not an AI narrator. An actual person had to read this book. Well, you know, they also read Tilly's Big Silly Adventure. Yep. Okay, this person just this might not even be a real person. This might be a person who says they're a real person and then they just do AI narration anyways. This is the gold mine though. I figured out how to get to this side of Amazon. Tilly makes friends. Yep. That's a sandwich. Those olives look like alien barnacles. What? Brad and Judy's hot summer break in Ocean City, Maryland. They're hitting everywhere. Brad and Judy's hot summer break in Outer Banks, North Carolina. Brad and Judy's cool winter break in Park City, Utah. Brad and Judy's cool winter break in Smuggler's Notch, Vermont. Oh, and AI proof your career. This title uses a narrator's voice replica and, you know, an AI generated book cover. It's hilarious. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. Can we get an M- counter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 M dashes. I'm sorry. That's not a human amount of M dashes. The diversity of content this guy can make. How to use an air fryer. Yeshua of Nazareth. Retails Bible, nothing new to learn. No new information, all can be found in Standard Bible. Seems more of retelling biblical story. Honestly, that's like the least scathing review I could imagine for one of his books. A historical chronicle of the true Jesus before the church and modern ideology hijacked religion. What does that mean? Now I understand the review. That's just the Bible. Whoa. Jesus Christ is real. Evidence for Jesus Christ's existence simplified. Jesus, is that you? Very convincing evidence that Jesus Christ is real, but simplified. Wait, is the evidence simplified or is Jesus Christ simplified? But here's the thing, okay, Richardson George, your book covers are hideous, but I can tell that that's because you made them yourself. And you know what? I respect that. Some people can't make the book cover themselves, and it's still hideous. Well, I can't think of any better way to end this than by giving a little listen to this fart book for kids age 5 to 10. I think that will truly just put a nice cap on this. Oh. I guess my free trial was only for the Brad and Judy book. I guess we'll never know about famous farts in history that changed the world. We'll never play the fart Olympics with our friends, but somebody out there did, and they gave it a 5-star rating. And you know all that was a lie because I can read a sample of this book right now. This literally hurts my eyes. The font is inconsistent. There's random bold and italicized text. There's a light bulb. Have you ever let out a big, loud toot and wondered, what just happened? Ingredients of a fart, we got another emoji, but we'll never know what it is because this font didn't have a glyph for it. If you hold in a fart too long, the gas builds up, making your belly feel big and bloated. I gotta get away from this. Fartometer, rate your toots? Thunder fart! So if you're ever feeling down, being hard on yourself, feeling like a failure, I just want you to remember, this book has an ISBN. This is a real book that you can look up and find information about. So don't worry. Nothing you could ever do in your life could be worse than this. Well, that was Amazon, and looking at some of those books, I think you can see why it's become the big company that it is. I mean, there is truly nothing on this website but quality products. And I really appreciate the fact that they give anybody a chance to be an author. If you wrote a book, if you spoke your truth, they'll let you sell it to people. And hey, let me know if you want a part 2. I'm sure there's plenty more hidden gems to find. But until then, I'll see you next time.